Playful learning is defined as the act of learning through play. Playful learning can promote flow. Flow refers to a state of mind in which the learner is completely focused in on their task. Results for students in a flow state include lower self-consciousness, higher enjoyment of the process, and higher intrinsic motivation. Playful learning encourages engagement. When students are engaged in the learning task, they concentrate harder, see more learning connections, become more intrinsically motivated, have a higher interest in the topic, and have more fun. Finally, playful learning encourages higher level learning. Instead of just reciting facts, students in a playful learning environment are expected to analyze data, apply it to a new situation, evaluate the data, and use the data to create an original project. There are many types of playful learning. A few examples include games, which includes both computer and traditional games, role-playing scenarios, simulations, game building in which the students create the game, mysteries to solve, and escape room games. For playful learning to be effective, there are several environmental requirements. First, students must consider the classroom a safe place. If a student fears ridicule or getting into trouble for participating, the experience will not be effective. Second, students must be allowed to fail at the task. Students must be allowed to experiment, fail, and try another approach for the activity to be playful and effective. This is also known as experiential learning. Next, the teacher must take the role of facilitator, not as an expert. This allows the student to take command of the learning situation, allowing them to get into flow and result in higher level learning. Next, we get to the activity. The activity must be playful, immersive, intrinsically motivating, and challenging. Finally, the activity must be followed up with a reflection. This allows the students to internalize the information better, resulting in more learning. There are several potential challenges to the playful learning model. First is the classroom environment. If the classroom is not a safe place for students, they will not want to take the risks necessary for playful learning to be effective. In addition to feeling safe, students must realize that the activity is serious play. Students are expected to be creative, do their best work, and advance their best ideas. Second is the difficulty in the activity. If it is too easy, students will become bored. If it is too hard, students' anxiety will rise. Teachers must be aware of their students' abilities when creating the activity. Next is the student's attitude towards playful learning. Some students will want to focus on their grades more than the creative process. Other students will try to sabotage the activity through spoil sporting, cheating, and disrupting the process. Teachers must have an advanced plan for dealing with these issues. Finally, teachers must be prepared to deal with skeptics in the school. Many teachers and administrators look negative towards playful learning. They view it as just play in which students will not learn. Although there is a lot of data about the playful learning model, there is many things that are still unknown. First, what are the similarities and differences in playful learning in the elementary, secondary, and adult learning levels? Second, how effective is playful learning? Third, what is the learning retention rate of playful learning compared to traditional learning? Fourth, can a student become 100% intrinsically motivated in a classroom setting? And fifth, what are the differences in standardized testing between students in playful learning and in traditional classrooms? Studying playful learning for this project caused me to produce several questions about playful learning in the classroom. 1. What are the long-term effects of playful learning? 2. How can you create a safe playful learning space in a secondary school setting? 3. How do you keep the classroom playful but still learning? 4. Are the students learning what they need to? 5. How do you get colleagues and administration on board with the playful learning model? 6. Would it be better to implement playful learning slowly or all at once? 7. Would playful learning be the only style in the classroom, or is there room for traditional instruction also? 8. How do you make sure to include all students, including those with disabilities? 9. What are effective reflections to do after the activity?
In my Spanish class, I use playful learning quite a bit. The pictures that you see on here are actually my students doing various playful learning activities. In the first few pictures, my students, Spanish 1 students, are creating a Powtoon video that they had to create a cartoon that was the introductory conversations and then do a voiceover with the conversations. We're spending about 3 days on it, and they are still working on it, so I can't actually show any final projects right now. The last picture was some that my Spanish 2 did last year, where they used videos to create their review. They did skits explaining how to do the various grammar points for one of their reviews.